Hello，大家好。我们看一下第6课和第7课的 key grammar points。第一个，the passive voice. 被 is the marker of passive voice in Chinese, and it is usually used when the speaker thinks there is a damage or suffering involved. So, 被 sentence, or we say passive voice, often carries a negative connotations. Here are some examples. 我的自行车被小偷偷了. So my bicycle was stolen by a thief. This is something that you don't want to happen. So in this situation, we can use passive voice. But 我的蛋糕被我吃完了. But you ate up your cake. This is not a unpleasant thing. This is a good thing. So normally we don't use passive voice. So instead, we use 把 sentence here, like 我把蛋糕吃完了. So here are some key notes. First, the verb to be used with 被 needs to have an object, and it is taken as the new subject of the 被 sentence. Second, if you are going to state who the verb was done by the doer or by somebody, then the subject doing the original action must be known. So 被 somebody. The somebody should be shown here. Third, the resultative complement is normally followed with the verb in 被 sentence or in passive voice. And in some oralized situation, we can also use 叫 or 让 instead of 被. Now, we're talking about the conjunction 不但而且. If the two clauses share the same subject, 不但 is usually placed after the subject. Otherwise, 不但 and 而且 are normally placed before their respective subjects. And sometimes 也 or 还 is also used together with 而且. So for example, 王经理不但会说法语，而且还会说汉语. So the same subject, 王经理 can do two things, not only speaks French but also Mandarin. 不但王经理会说汉语，而且他的秘书也会说汉语. So here we have two different subjects, 王经理 and 他的秘书, but doing the same thing. So we put 不但 in before the subject and 而且 before the other subject. Now we're talking about the adverb 反正. 反正 means anyhow or anyway or regardless, and it is used to disregard a previous statement or situation, and particularly those involving options or choices. Second, just put 反正 in a sentence after a comma or a pause, similar to how we use anyway in English, and it can be used with 不管. For example, 不管他去不去，反正我要去. So it comes with the options 去 or 不去. But anyway, 我要去. 不管别人参不参加这个聚会，反正我会参加. So also two options. Other people attending or not. Anyway, I will go. In lesson 7, we talked about this adjective predicate sentence. Okay, so we use adjectives to work as a predicate of a sentence instead of verbs. And this kind of sentence is usually used to describe the subject. Okay, we should pay attention. First, the adjective cannot be used individually and always come after degree adverbs or 不. Okay, let's look at the pattern, subject or topic, and adjective predicate. So the structure is very simple. Okay, 签证的手续, the procedure of the visa. 很简单 is simple. So here 很 doesn't really mean very much, but it is used to help form the structure. Now we're talking about the pronoun 有的. Pronoun can work as subject or modifier, meaning some. It is actually used as the same as 有些. And if you want to list some more, you can say 还有的 to continue. For example, 每个人的爱好不一样，有的爱旅游，有的爱运动。Also, you can say 还有的爱玩游戏。Okay. Now we are talking about the preposition 根据。So it means on the basis of or according to. It can be used together with noun or noun phrase and the verb. For example, 根据银行的营业时间，您可以在2点到4点来办理手续。So according to the work time of the bank, you can come to deal with the procedure from 2 to 4. Also, together with verb, 根据检查 according to checking, 张经理的身体情况不太好。The health situation of 张经理 is not very good. But pay attention here, the verb actually is also regarded as a noun. Now we are talking about the adverb 一般。It's a very common adverb and meaning usually, ordinarily, or generally, or commonly, and we can put it either before the subject or after the subject. Okay, for example, 我们一般15个工作日可以办好签证. So normally we can get the visa ready within 15 working days. 销售部门一般每周3下午开会. So here we put the subject before the adverb. So both are okay. A sales department usually holds a meeting every Wednesday afternoon. Okay, 好了，再见。Also, we're talking about the structure A 跟 B 一样, or sometimes we add the adjective or verb in the end to indicate that two things are identical or the same. For example, 在英国 LSE 和剑桥大学一样有名. So in the UK, LSE is as famous as the University of Cambridge. 我家到公司和我公司到学校一样远. So you are comparing two topics. The way from my home to the company and the way from my company to the school. Okay, these two objects are as topic. The distance is the same far. Negative form, we only say A 跟 B 不一样, but we don't usually follow any adjective or adverb. Like 我跟他的工作时间不一样.